Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today is your long-awaited Divine Masculine Speaks reading. So, originally for twin flames, but you don't need to be a twin flame to resonate with this video. We are going to take a look at how your person is thinking about you, feeling, and whether or not they will come towards you. We'll also get some messages from Spirit about this connection and messages that they have for you as well. So if you really like this reading and you want to book a reading with me, my links are down below. A lot of these decks I will use in my sensual messages from your person. So if you are feeling spicy and you want sort of a rated X version of this reading, go check that out. But for now, let's just keep it PG. So I'm going to be using a new deck today. I just got this one. It is the Earthwoman's Tarot. So I believe we're going to see a sort of lighter, more emotionally involved version of your Divine Masculine today. And if you are new to my channel, just before I begin, my name is Carrie Kopp Adams. I am a massage therapist, a yoga instructor, a shamanic practitioner, an energy healer, etc., etc., etc. And I had my own shamanic awakening, spiritual awakening in 2013 when I met my divine counterpart. So here I am, reading for the collective. So let's just see what comes through today. And of course, insert your pronouns where you will. Tell me what this masculine is thinking. Oh my. There are a lot of cards that want to speak to us today. I'm going to take this one to start. We have the Empress in reverse. I'm going to lay everything out here. And then we'll talk about it. We have the Five of Swords also in reverse. And we have the Devil. Super interesting energies. Sorry if you can hear all this. Just Murphy's Law, whenever you want to record a reading, that is when everyone decides to do things. So what can I tell you about this? So I feel like with all of these cards here, your masculine is definitely thinking you were the one that got away. I do feel like they are now realizing in hindsight, you're probably the most mature person they've met. With the Five of Swords in reverse, actually this is a pretty decent card here. It sort of feels like they don't want to fight with you anymore. They are over feeling like if they blocked you or barred communication somehow, they're over the fact that like it made them feel good to like do that power move. I actually feel like they're kind of in the energy of sorrow, really, that decision led to a lot of time that passed. And now it just kind of seems like, excuse me, you're in two different places and you're not able to communicate or make up for lost time. And then, of course, here with the Devil, it's interesting. I feel like this card is telling me this person is still hooked on you. There is an obsessive quality here where I feel like they think about you late at night. They definitely have not had as good of a time in bed with anyone else. There's a lot of wanting here. Yeah, so we have the creation energy of the threes, change with the fives, and then the Devil card. The devil is 15, so that breaks down to a 6. So yeah, nostalgia and just sort of wanting to change course here. I feel like this person recognizes they are living a rather restricted life in a way. It's like they've restricted themselves, and I think it has a lot to do with this card right here, like by shutting the door on opportunities that feel uncomfortable, and they want to change that. And we have strength on the bottom. So it feels like they really want to come forward and tell you the things that they're learning. We have that transformative power of the 8s. I feel like they are like healing their relationship with their inner beast or anima animus. Yeah. Just sort of recognizing that there was also like some misjudgment here. It's like they thought you were a succubus, or like you had such an impact on this person that they almost felt like it was a bad thing, is what I'm hearing. And they're realizing that they're the ones that didn't rise to meet you where you were at. And now they're kind of stuck in the past, ruminating over those events that were supposed to transform them that they tried to bury. Yeah. Okay. I do want to see like what this person would say to you right now, because I am getting that strong vibe that there are messages that want to come through. We have, I wish I could feel your body close to mine. Yeah, so this person, they're really in these like lower chakra energies. I feel like this person has a lot of sexual fire at this time. And of course, it is Mercury retrograde. So if you're seeing this in the future, just take the timeless messages that resonate. But yeah, that's like what's going on right now. So we are revisiting all of these events in our lives, purging toxicity, yes, but also like it gives us a chance to reconnect with people that we have unfinished business with. We are forever soul and heart connected. Okay. Kind of feels like this person is awakening to what this connection really is. And then we have, I lack the courage to come back to you. I've seen this like 4 times, and I just got this deck. And it's just so wild in a lot of the readings that I've done for Twin Flames. Like that is the card that keeps coming up. So yeah, this lacking in courage is definitely related to this Devil card. It's like they'd either rather suffer in silence, they're happy being a workaholic or having vices, they are using things as a crutch. And I'm also getting a strong message where it's like this person thinks because they haven't met anyone who matches your energy and meets them on this level that you guys are on, they're like happy just like daydreaming and like deluding themselves to some extent with how they hope things can be or know that things can be, and not actually taking any, I'm not going to say they're not taking action. It doesn't feel like they have taken any action to tell you these things in the 3D, or like found anyone who makes them feel like these things are possible. I am feeling, a slow unraveling from this person, like lower chakra, sacral chakra wise. Like this person does want to, this is very interesting energies. Usually like this masculine wants to keep these things from me, and I feel the resistance dropping. So that's kind of neat. We have your intensity frightens and allures me all the same. Yep, and that's why. I think that this person is coming to terms with, like, they're going to have to do it scared, right? Yeah, we have, I can still feel you. So if you're thinking of your person at this time, like, they can feel your thoughts. They hear your energy in songs or in movies. And I hear that it's moved them to tears as well. Like, this has been very healing for them. Yeah, and then we have this, like, I feel damaged, like, I just can't do this. So they kind of go back and forth right now. And, you know, Mercury retrograde is not a time for action. So I don't really expect this person to, like, come forward. We're going to look at, like, whether or not they will, but all right, let's make this a little spicy. This is one of my decks. If it's too spicy and I have to cover something up, I won't put it on the board, but I want to know what they're thinking late at night about you. What do they want to do? Okay. So we have this card here. I really hope I get away with this because I'm not going to put it down there. We'll talk about it. We have this card. Can you guys see that? Also not going to put that down there. And I will draw another one. Yep, this just became an 18 plus. But, you know, all of these readings are sort of adult oriented anyway. They are not for kids. All right, so I'm going to look at these things. And I will talk to you about them, and I will not put them here on the board, just in case. But, so yeah, this person is very possessive right now. They're in the energy of, like, wanting to put a baby in you, basically. Or wanting to make you feel full, I hear. Like, wanting to be enough is the energy behind it. They also, like, really just get off on you. Like, they love how your body looks, especially your chest area. And there's just this energy of, like, wanting to leave a mark, wanting to leave an impact, wanting to use, like, all of the parts of you in a pleasurable way, as a form of worship, to be honest, not as selfishness. But yeah, there's a little selfishness in there too. And then, of course, wanting to give you multiple O's. They want to please. So I think this person is actually, like, helping themselves awaken late at night because they are releasing toxic energy, toxic beliefs, toxic patterns, and hostility that they've had towards this connection. You know, you don't really see this card unless somebody is holding a grudge, basically. And they're letting that go. I think they're recognizing, if you guys have had a misunderstanding, like, they played a role in that misunderstanding. They were not as clear as they could have been either. So they're out of this energy of blaming you and in this energy of, it's interesting, like, in the 5D, they don't want to really, I feel like, acknowledge this connection or play around with telepathy and clairsentience and all that stuff. But in the 3D, their body isn't lying to them. Like, they cannot deny the attraction, the chemistry, the synastry, and it needs to go somewhere. So they are very busy late at night. Okay, let's do the feeling space really quick. How does this person feel? And drop me a heart if you like this reading so far, like this video. This is really cool energy. We've seen the masculine be very mental lately, and now to feel them be so embodied. This is good. This is good stuff. You know, I instinctively turn this card around. We have the sun. It's gorgeous. So I kind of feel like this person is feeling more confident, just in general, but, like, oh, lots of downloads. I'll tell you in a minute. We have the Page of Wands in reverse. Yeah. Big time. Oh, look at that. Strength came back up. I'm not going to take it because we've already talked about it. And then we have the Two of Swords in reverse. Yeah, okay. So, on one hand, this person feels like you are so radiant, like they've really put you up on a pedestal. Like, you're the most spiritual person, you're the most spiritually advanced person they know, they brag about you. They have nothing but good things to say, which is really strange considering, I don't know who I'm talking to, but a lot of people are in separation. And like I said, like, there may have been a misunderstanding in the past. I don't know, it kind of feels like something happened to this person. Like, they had a breakthrough, like they've healed something, or they had an event happen to them where they're seeing this connection a little differently. And then I'm just going to look at this one. Yeah, the Page of Wands here. Like, I really think this person has tried to date other people and has just realized, like, they took this connection for granted. And I don't want you to be mad at this person as a result of this. Like, sometimes we have to do that in order to see what we were missing. This person strikes me as like a bit of a Lothario. Like, they were like, it was very unconscious. Oh my gosh, this card. When they met you, they were like, they had been such a playboy or play girl or play person, that it's almost like they just kind of expected somebody else like you would come along. And I feel like they were a little bit deadened at the senses. So like the kiss or the connecting only really affected them after everything was said and done. In the moment, it's like they were just living from this place where they were blocked to it, which is so sad to think about. So you can see that there's this impetus to kind of reach out and rekindle that fire. But with the Two of Swords here in reverse, it just sort of feels like, they acknowledge that you've been through a lot of struggle lately, and they don't want to add to it. It's almost like that. Where is this? I feel damaged, like I just can't do this. I think in their heart, like, they know that you would take them regardless of how, quote, damaged they are. But they don't want you. They don't want that for you. And I think that's why they're lacking the courage to come back at this time, because what they could give you is good sex. And I feel like that's one of the reasons that they turned away in the first place, is because they knew you would require a lot of attention. Not that you're high maintenance, just you deserved more than that. And they wanted to give you more than that, but they couldn't give you more than that at the time. And now they're still in the same place. And it's almost like they had to recognize the radiance of you in order to, it kind of lit a fire under their bum to be worthy of you, which is strange to say because we're all worthy as we are. But it's almost, whatever happened to them has just really helped their mental health, I think. They really feel the fires of fury have calmed down, and they're really accepting this connection, I feel like. And they're really tapping into sort of all of the sides that they ran away from that were scary. The spirituality, the rituals, the witchiness, the connection back to nature, all of the things that you kind of reminded them they didn't have. they've started to kind of incorporate into their life, and they're recognizing the radiance of the universe as well, of the Tao, of Mother Earth, and it's bringing you guys closer together. I do feel that. But yeah, there's just this little bit of like, this person doesn't need me as I am. I think this person would struggle to be a good partner if they came back at this point, because there's something about them where they want to shoulder all of the burdens by themselves. They haven't learned not how to ask for help, although I really don't think they're asking for help, but how to not feel weak by not being strong around you all the time. And I think that that's kind of the way they perceive you, even though they know you've been through a lot of struggle. It's like, how does my counterpart get the confidence? And in the reality, it comes from going through those things. And they just haven't embodied that yet. It almost feels like all of the stuff that they've gone through has made them feel less than, has made them feel like they have to keep running on that hamster wheel rather getting to this place of euphoria and feeling right. I think this person has some money troubles and some belonging troubles, and when that person orients those things, yeah, they will change their attitude. So I just want to see how they feel about you at this time. We have just for right now. Okay. We have a soulmate. And, okay, we have just a friend. So if you guys were curious about whether or not you should reach out, or like write a letter or send a text, or just, say, hey, I'm here. What's going on? Whatever. Be careful, because of course it's Mercury retrograde, but I do feel like that would be supported right now. We have this kind of like 2-week window, I think, before it wouldn't be very prudent. And of course, we're heading into Leo season, so we are manifesting. We're in the middle of, the Lionsgate portal has opened. So yeah, I think so long as it's not overly mushy, say what you have to say in a practical way, and it could go far. Because I think this person does recognize, like, even though you are twins, there is an aspect of you that is supposed to be partners. So you breaking the ice, if you are in separation, could help that person feel like it's not all on their shoulders, and maybe even give them the validation that they've needed. And let's just see if they're going to reach out, and how and when. Okay. We have the 9 of Pentacles. A lot of sunflowers here too. That could be a sign for you. And we have the 2 of Cups in reverse. Move that in a minute. And the Knight of Cups. It's a yes, actually. This person will probably reach out. And I'm getting that they'll probably reach out by the end of this year, if not in the middle of this kind of Lionsgate portal. This is really incredible, actually. I just feel like this person is getting these strong signs to do so. And they're feeling very good right now. They're feeling in a much better place financially, actually, than they were before. I'm getting that they are actually going to reach out. This is so interesting. We have 9 and 2, so September, 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that. And then, of course, when they reach out, they're going to play hard to get. So they're not going to, don't expect like a long text or email or letter apologizing or groveling or over-explaining or anything. They're going to be coy. And actually, I'm getting for some people that this is weird. This is wild energy. They kind of want to take a jab at you, for some of you. This just took a little bit of a wild turn. Let me just see what this next card is. Okay. So, we were in such positive energy. Interestingly enough, and I have been getting this download for a while, if you can be the person to break the ice, I would do it. Because it sort of feels like in between this time and the end of the year, if they don't hear from you, or they don't feel like you still have feelings or something, they may reach out to try to wound you a little bit and see if you're still into them. And then what could potentially happen is they'll get triggered by something or feel some way, and then the whole process will start over again. The blocking, the fighting, the whatever. This is really interesting. And I don't see that happening, to be honest, because we have the Knight of Cups, which is a sign that somebody wants to give love. And even though the Two of Cups is blocked right now, it's a desire there. And the Nine of Pentacles suggests this person is doing really well. I think what I'm going to glean from this is that they are just fragile. It's a fragile period of confidence. So if you do hear from this person, it would go a long way to make them feel like the external things don't matter and reinforce that you love them as the person that they are. I think that's really just kind of what they're struggling with right now. Let's just get a card to kind of reinforce this timeline. Yeah, so this reunion, if you're going to have one right now, is temporary. Timing is much farther in the future. So they're going to sort of reach out and dip their toe in the water. They're going to see how things feel right now. And I feel like the purpose of doing so is to figure out, how much do you care about these external things? So if they show up with a Rolex and a Porsche, and they sense my person likes me better with these things, then they're going to use that and they're going to say, well, this person wasn't the one anyway. Because both of you are really looking for a spiritual connection. It's like there's testing energy, there's juvenile energy, there's teenagey energy here. So just don't get caught up in thinking that this person is as sincere as you are at this point, because they have not done as much work. But they are it doesn't negate the fact that all of the other stuff that I've previously talked about, the thinking and feelings, are true. And it's just a matter of them integrating this. So interesting. So yeah, these are my messages for you. And I feel like, as a parting message from Spirit, it's just kind of like, keep doing your own thing, keep being who you are, and do not let this person unseat you. do not be reactive or responsive to them in an unstable way. Make sure it's coming from your center, because they're really looking to you right now for confirmation. And they do want to see like what you've been up to and how far you've come from when they first met you as well. And they want you to do well. It's just, you'll have to keep a strong center, because I think the more well off you are, the more that person is going to feel like they have that much farther to run to make up for all of that. And that's not your problem. So we need to figure out how to get this person to accept that with loving kindness and compassion towards themselves. So that is what I have for you. I hope you enjoyed your reading. Like this video if you like it. Drop me a heart in the comments, or tell me a little bit about your journey, and check out my readings if you feel so inclined. And I'll see you next time for the next reading.